Hey guys, we are back today with another great video that I'm excited to share with y'all. I went down a rabbit hole of the weirdest, wildest, and most unnecessary products the internet has ever recommended to me. Seriously, some of this stuff looks like it came from the future. Or maybe just a fever dream. Some of these might be genius. Others, a total waste of money. But today, we're reviewing them all, so you don't have to. We've got flying gadgets, kitchen contraptions that would make Gordon Ramsay raise an eyebrow, and even something that claims to revolutionize napping, whatever that means. We're gonna put them all to the test, see if they live up to the hype. Let's see if these products are worth it, or if the internet just scammed me. Make sure you stick around to the end because you already know I've got some crazy surprises in store. And hey, if you see anything you just have to have, links to everything are down in the description. First up, we're starting our journey into the world of weird internet products with something for all my fellow coffee lovers. If you're like me, coffee is not just a drink, it's a ritual, a necessity, and sometimes a lifesaver. I mean, who hasn't dealt with the struggle of a poorly mixed cup of joe? You know, when you take that first sip and get a mouthful of sugar or creamer that just didn't dissolve? This right here is a self-stirring mug. Yes, you heard that correctly. A mug that stirs your coffee for you. You heard me right, this thing is supposed to do all the work for you. Just press a button and it's like having a tiny barista in your cup. Just press a button and boom, your coffee stirs itself. No more manual labor, no more clumps. No spoon needed, no more digging around in the back of the drawer for a clean one. Imagine the time you'll save in the morning. This thing better be able to handle my double shot espresso with extra cream and sugar, or it's going straight back to the depths of the internet from whence it came. I have high standards for my coffee. I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little skeptical. Can this really replace the trusty spoon? Hold on, that's actually not bad. It's mixed surprisingly well. I didn't expect it to be this good. No clumps of sugar at the bottom, no coffee breath from trying to stir it myself. This is actually quite impressive. I gotta admit, this self-stirring mug is off to a good start. It's doing its job well. It's definitely convenient, especially for those mornings when you're running late and can barely function. We've all been there, right? Plus, it's kind of fun to watch the little vortex spin around in there. It's like a mini science experiment in your cup. But is it really necessary? Do we need a gadget for something as simple as stirring coffee? I mean, we're talking about stirring coffee here, not splitting atoms. It's a simple task after all. I'm not sure this is something I need in my life, but hey, if you're all about that effortless life, this might be right up your alley. It's all about personal preference for now. I'm gonna give it a solid maybe. It's a fun gadget, but not a necessity. It's not changing my life, but it's not the worst thing I've ever bought online. And trust me, after this challenge, that's saying something. I've seen some pretty bizarre stuff. Up next, we're diving into the world of napping with something called the ostrich napping pillow. This one's going to be interesting. Yeah, you heard that right. A pillow designed specifically for napping anywhere, anytime. Stay tuned to see what kind of craziness we're getting ourselves into with this one. You won't want to miss it. Alright, so the internet tells me this next product is the key to achieving peak nap time zen. I don't know about you guys, but I'm always down for a good nap, so let's see if this thing lives up to the hype. Introducing the ostrich napping pillow. This thing is basically a giant padded sack that you put over your head. Yeah, you heard me right. It's supposed to block out all light and sound, creating your own little cocoon of peace and quiet. I mean, it definitely looks ridiculous, but if it helps me achieve a state of ultimate relaxation, I'm willing to give it a shot. Okay, so first impressions, it's definitely soft. Like really soft. It feels like I'm sticking my head into a cloud, and it does a surprisingly good job at blocking out the light. I can barely even see my hand in front of my face. But here's the real test. Can I actually fall asleep in this thing? I'm gonna try to take a power nap in here and see what happens. Wish me luck. Okay, I'm back. And I gotta be honest, that was an experience. I'm not sure relaxing is the word I'd use to describe it. It was kind of like being trapped inside a giant marshmallow. It definitely blocked out the sound and light, but it also got pretty stuffy in there. Plus, I felt a little claustrophobic. Maybe it's just me, but I need a little more personal space, even when I'm napping. So, final verdict on the ostrich napping pillow? It's a no from me. It's definitely unique, and I can see how some people might find it relaxing, but it's not my cup of tea. Or should I say, my cup of nap time. But hey, we're just getting started. Up next, we've got something that looks a lot more exciting. The flying orb ball. This thing is basically a tiny drone that you throw, and it magically comes back to you like a boomerang. Let's see if it actually works. So let's dive a bit deeper into the ostrich napping pillow. The concept is intriguing, right? Imagine being able to nap anywhere, anytime, without the usual distractions. The idea of creating a personal sanctuary in the middle of a bustling environment is quite appealing. But as with all things, the execution is key. The pillow's design is certainly unique with its soft, cushioned interior and the way it envelops your head. It's almost like a portable nap pod. However, the practicality of wearing such a bulky item in public is questionable. And let's not forget the heat factor. Being enclosed in a padded sack can get quite warm, which might be uncomfortable for some. On the flip side, the ostrich napping pillow does deliver on its promise of blocking out light and sound. For those who can overlook the heat and the claustrophobic feeling, it might just be the perfect solution for a quick nap. In the end, it all boils down to personal preference. Some might find it a game changer, while others, like me, might prefer a more traditional approach to napping. So if you're curious and up for trying something new, give the ostrich napping pillow a shot. Who knows, it might just be the quirky nap accessory you never knew you needed. Okay, this next product is one I've been looking forward to all day. I've been hearing so much buzz about it, and I can't wait to see if it lives up to the hype. We're stepping up the excitement level with the flying orb ball. This little gadget promises a lot of fun and some pretty impressive tricks. This thing is basically a tiny drone disguised as a futuristic-looking ball. It's sleek, colorful, and feels like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. You throw it like a boomerang, and it's supposed to fly right back to you. Imagine playing catch with yourself. I've seen some pretty wild videos of this thing online, so I'm hoping it lives up to the hype. People seem to be having a blast with it. Let's charge this bad boy up and see what it can do. The anticipation is killing me. Alright, the flying orb ball is charged up and ready to go. I'm so excited to see this in action. Time to take this thing for a spin. Let's see if it can really fly as smoothly as they say. Whoa, okay. That was actually pretty cool. It flies so smoothly, it's like it's gliding on air. And check it out, it's coming back. This is so much fun. This thing is seriously like magic. It's almost like it has a mind of its own. I can't believe how easy it is to control. It's so intuitive. You just tilt your wrist and it changes direction. It's like it's reading your mind. I'm already starting to feel like a Jedi Master over here. The Force is strong with this one. We're taking this thing outside. Let's see what it can do in a bigger space. I need to see what it can really do with some open space. This should be interesting. This is awesome. It's even better than I expected. It's so much fun to throw around. I can't get enough of it. I could play with this thing for hours. It's seriously addictive, and the battery life is surprisingly good. I was worried it would die quickly, but it's holding up well. I've been flying it for a while now, and it's still going strong. This is impressive. Alright, I'm gonna be honest, I'm really impressed with the flying orb ball. It's exceeded my expectations. It's fun, it's easy to use, and it's way more durable than I expected. I've dropped it a few times, and it's still in perfect condition. This is definitely going on my list of approved internet gadgets. It's a keeper. But the fun doesn't stop there. We've got more cool stuff to check out. We've still got a bunch of weird and wonderful products to get through. Stay tuned. Up next, we're tackling the bathroom with the automatic toothpaste dispenser. This should be interesting. Will this be a game changer for my dental hygiene routine, or just another messy gadget? Let's find out! Alright, let's face it, we've all been there. It's late at night, you're brushing your teeth half asleep, and you end up with toothpaste all over your face, your pajamas, maybe even the mirror. Well, the internet claims to have solved this age-old problem with the automatic toothpaste dispenser. This little contraption promises to dispense the perfect amount of toothpaste with just a touch, no mess, no fuss. Sounds too good to be true? Let's find out. First things first, we gotta install this thing. Okay, that was a little more complicated than I expected, and messy, very messy. But hey, we're up and running now. Time for the moment of truth. Alright, it works. And it didn't get toothpaste everywhere. I'm actually impressed. I gotta admit, this is kinda satisfying. No more squeezing the tube from the middle, no more toothpaste caps rolling under the sink. This thing is like a tiny robot butler for my teeth. But is it really life-changing? I mean, it's just toothpaste. I'm not sure how much time or effort this is really saving me. Plus, I'm a little concerned about cleaning it. It seems like it could get pretty gross pretty quickly. Overall, the automatic toothpaste dispenser is a solid May from me. It's a cool gadget, and it definitely works as advertised, but it's not something I'm gonna rush out and buy. But hey, maybe the next product will be the game changer I've been waiting for. Up next, we're tackling breakfast with the egg cracker tool. This thing claims to crack eggs perfectly every time with no shells in sight. Let's see if it lives up to the hype. Alright, breakfast lovers, this one's for you. We're about to put the egg cracker tool to the test. This little gadget claims to be the ultimate solution for cracking eggs. No more shells in your omelets, no more mangled yolks, just perfect crack-free eggs every single time. I'm a simple man with simple needs, and one of those needs is a perfectly cooked egg in the morning. So, let's see if this thing can deliver. First up, we gotta choose our weapon. I mean, egg. Let's go with this nice big one. Alright, here goes nothing. Well, so much for no shells. Okay, maybe it was just a fluke. Let's try that again. Alright, this is officially frustrating. I'm starting to think this egg cracker tool is more trouble than it's worth. I could have cracked these eggs perfectly with my bare hands by now. I'm calling it. This thing is a bust. It's messy, it's inconsistent, and it's definitely not worth the money. I'm sticking to my trusty hands for cracking eggs from now on. But hey, we're not giving up on weird internet products just yet. Up next, we're tackling pizza night with the pizza scissors. Because apparently pizza cutters weren't good enough, let's see what this is all about. Alright, pizza lovers, it's time to address the age-old question. Is there a better way to slice a pizza? The internet seems to think so, and they've presented us with the pizza scissors. That's right, scissors. For pizza. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little skeptical about this one. I mean, the pizza cutter has been a staple in kitchens for decades. But hey, I'm always down to try something new, especially when it comes to pizza. Let's heat up this bad boy and see if the pizza scissors can cut it. The pizza is piping hot and ready to be devoured, but first, we gotta test out these bad boys. Okay, so they're basically like regular scissors, but with a spatula built into the bottom blade. I guess the idea is that you can lift and slice the pizza at the same time. Let's give it a shot. This is harder than it looks. I'm getting cheese everywhere, and the spatula part isn't really doing much. Maybe I'm just not using them right? Let me try again. Nope, still a disaster. This is taking way too much effort. I could have sliced this whole pizza with a regular cutter by now. Alright, I'm calling it. The pizza scissors are a no-go. They're messy, they're awkward to use, and they don't even slice the pizza that well. Stick to your pizza cutters, folks. But don't despair, we've saved the weirdest for last. Up next, we're diving into the world of culinary chaos with the potato masher gun. You heard me right, a gun that shoots mashed potatoes. Let's do this. Alright folks, we've reached the final boss of weird internet products, the potato masher gun. I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea what to expect from this thing. I mean, a gun that shoots mashed potatoes? It sounds like something straight out of a cartoon. But hey, that's what makes this whole challenge so much fun. Let's load this thing up and see what it can do. Alright, safety first. Make sure you're wearing your safety goggles and whatever else you think you might need for a mashed potato fight. Whoa! Okay, that was actually pretty impressive. It shot further than I thought it would. And the mashed potato splatter is something else. We need a bigger target. Let's see how this thing does against a giant, inflatable something. This is the most fun I've had with a kitchen utensil, ever. It's messy, it's ridiculous, and it's guaranteed to make you laugh. I'm not sure how practical it is for everyday mashed potato consumption, but it's definitely a conversation starter. Alright, I'm gonna be honest, I'm torn on the potato masher gun. On one hand, it's completely unnecessary and impractical, but on the other hand, it's so much fun. I guess that's the beauty of weird internet products. They might not always be useful, but they're always entertaining. Alright, we just tested 7 of the weirdest products the internet tricked me into buying. Some of them were actually useful, others, well, at least they made me laugh. We had flying drones, self-stirring mugs, and even a gun that shoots mashed potatoes. It's been a wild ride, but it's time to crown our winners, and losers. So without further ado, here's the final ranking of the weirdest internet products. Best flying orb ball, funniest potato masher gun, worst egg cracker. Which one was your favorite? Let me know in the comments. And if you want me to test more weird internet finds, hit that like button and subscribe for more.